Now, an emergency session that was due to be held in Iraq's parliament has been boycotted by supporters of the country's prime minister. Meanwhile, the violence is continuing to surge across the country, with at least 13 people killed in Tuesday's attacks. Well, let's go straight now to Omar Al-Saleh in Erbil for more on this story. Omar, the emergency parliamentary meeting then didn't quite take place. Tell us what happened.
Yes, it didn't, because it failed to reach the quorum number for that session to be taken seriously. What we understand is 134 members of parliament were there. It was boycotted by few members, other half of the parliament, if you will, especially by the prime minister's bloc. It really tells you, Darren, how dysfunctional the state is and how the political infighting between this country's leaders has reached a deadlock, because you have the prime minister on the one hand accusing the parliament of being a place for inciting sectarianism and violence and being infiltrated by members of the former regime, and you have on the other hand the speaker of parliament accusing the prime minister of not showing respect to the representatives of the Iraqi people. He did say that the prime minister, Nouri al-Maliki, is disregarding the Iraqi blood. What's also important, the session, or the supposed emergency session, was meant to host the security leaders of the country, the acting defense and interior ministers, as well as other senior commanders, to basically explain and tell the representatives of the Iraqi people what's really happening and why there is bloodshed in this country.
Omar, meanwhile, more violence across the country. Just bring us up to date with the latest there.
Well, the latest is that we have at least 13 people killed in attacks in Kirkuk, as well as in Salah ad-Din, as well as other incidents in the city of Mosul. What's interesting, Darren, is that the claims of responsibility didn't come from any party. However, the Iraqi government has always been quick to blame members of Al-Qaeda or the Ba'ath party. Critics of the government say, well, the government is responsible because the prime minister, as commander-in-chief, is in charge of the security file. Now, what the Iraqi people will tell you, and the answer to the claims made by the government and the politicians, well, it says the government as well as the Iraqi political leaders are to blame, because every time they disagree on something, that disagreement translates into bloodshed and escalation in sectarian violence as well as differences.
Omar Al-Saleh, live in Erbil. Omar, thank you.